too often, and clearly it's found itself a niche here in this particular matchup. They being Revelation has not adjusted well to it at all. So you know what? If I'm Overlord, I'm saying give me Zarina again, because they are putting up legendary numbers with it right now.
It feels like they were really missing out on that Buzzwole too. I mean, on the side of Revelation. I feel like their Buzzwole was incredible in the games that we've seen from them here, and that might be a difference maker. I mean, when you have something that wants to stay there, brawling your team, having an opportunity to isolate it, take it out of its combo, send it up into the air, bring it right back down with a smackdown. I mean, there's a lot you can do against a Pokemon like that with Buzz.
Okay, so let's take a deep breath here. Let's try and help Revelation solve this mystery.
Yeah.
Like you said, Duraludon becomes an easy scapegoat. I don't necessarily think it was like the deal breaker here, like the reason they lost by any means. But you have to understand you've got changes to make, and that's objectively the easiest one to start with, right?
Without question, I also think handing over the Suicune.
That's wild work. That was
you
banana lands. You cannot do that.
Little stat here on the screen, Luminosity Gaming 1 win away from being the NAIC 2025 champions. And of course, this would mean that they won LAIC,
yes,
EUIC,
yes,
and NAIC in a single season.
That's all three.
That's all three.
That's all three.
We call that a three-peat in the business. The hat trick.
Do we?
Well,
we do now.
We do now.
Okay, we definitely do now. They're going for the three-peat hat trick.
I can't stop saying it now. They're going for the three-peat hat trick.
Easy money.
Can't stop saying it.
No, I mean, it's actually, it feels so natural.
It
feels so natural.
It feels
because
natural.
It's so correct, because we always called it that.
And we always will.
We always will. Here, now, forever. Okay, Revelation, again, Duraludon gone. Buzzwole, you like to bring that back in. Obviously, take Suicune out of the equation.
Yeah.
So where do we go from here? And Luminosity Gaming says, yeah, we know how strong it is. We're going to ban Suicune. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
I let you pick that first.
I can't believe you let us have that in game number 3 there. Now, if Luminosity Gaming's prediction is correct, they will be ending this series here in a 3-1 over Revelation. First pick over to Revelation. I'm curious to see exactly what they want to do. We could have a Psyduck, but no, they're going to steal away the Leafeon, play it themselves. I like this.
This is 2 great picks for Luminosity, though.
Absolutely.
I really wanted to see Overlord on Zarina again, just because personally I would have enjoyed that, but Blaziken is very difficult to pass up.
I mean, Overlord on Blaziken is amazing. And then, of course, Psyduck is one of those Pokemon that you kind of can't believe you're even getting in a draft.
Yeah, it's so good.
That good. Mamoswine for Pikadiff, so switching it up a bit.
Okay.
Now, talk to me about this sword, because Aegislash from Lumiere yesterday was unbelievable.
There's the secure king, without a doubt. I mean, those coup de grace through Rayquaza every single time, well-timed. Revelation was playing very well, specifically to facilitate that, to give him the opportunity to win them games, and to his credit, delivered over and over and over again. We saw it multiple times against the Juicers. We've seen it kind of all throughout their tournament run, so I'm not surprised here with their back against the wall that they choose the sword and put it on Luniere's back.
I mean,
let's go, baby!
We've got the
Goblin
little gentleman. Sableye is out here for Revelation. You absolutely love to see it. One of the most disruptive Pokemon, a completely unique play style, able to disappear from the map, find opportunities to score and disrupt the enemy team. I'm so excited to see Revelation bring it out here. And we were just talking about this Aegislash, you're right. The secure, unbelievable on that Unite move coup de grace. If you are able to land it, it's a narrow path. You know, you've really got to thread that needle, but if you do, incredible secure. And Trainer picking up the Mimikyu, probably the only player that I think is legally allowed to play Mimikyu. Everyone else needs to go to prison for 3 months if they play Mimikyu, but not Trainer.
Yeah,
we call that
if you play Mimikyu and you're not Trainer, prison. If you're Zoinks and you play Inteleon, prison.
I can't wait to see what he does with this. He is
hopefully win, right? That's what he's looking to do.
He's looking to do. He is one of those unique players, because I do feel like this Pokemon is in a precarious spot. It's one of those solo queue, take over the game Pokemon, but coordinated teams find lots of ways to shut it down. We're going to see if they can do that. A few other picks here. Slash now finally getting to play with that Snorlax, the Pokemon he's known for. I mean, you can see him holding it in the picture right there. And then Kyrios on the Mewtwo-Y. Kyrios is one of those players that is solid on every single Pokemon you put in front of him.
Yeah, really, they just say, okay, Curios, we need this from you this game. It kind of becomes a checkbox. All right, I'll do that. While the rest of the team develops their strategy kind of around Overlord and Trainer.
Yeah, here we go. Thea Sky Ruins, your battlefield here for game number 4. LG obviously looking to shut this thing down right now. They predicted a 3-1 victory. We're going to see if they can make it happen. And again, if they do, they will have assembled that trophy infinity gauntlet of every single IC in a single season. Well, here we are. Revelation, your purple team. Luminosity Gaming, your orange team in game number 4. Luminosity Gaming up 1 game. Revelation needs this to stay in this tournament and tie it up.
Going into the top path is the little gentleman with this Han edge here. They're going to want to get Lunier online as quickly as possible. Dispenza not going for the invade, just trying to facilitate some good opportunities for the sword, and will be trying to do that for the whole team all game long.
Yeah, nice secure there from Luminosity, but you did see the thief there on Dispenza, so they were able to take all of the Eos energy from Luminosity, which means they can't make a play to send Overlord to that goal zone and score right in front of their face. Trying to take some more of that energy, but Dispenza in a lot of trouble right now. Overlord looking for the KO, and they get it with the eject button.
That's a good use of that. Just get good experience. They're holding 11 Eos energy, so they can't quite get their stacks in yet, but a quality knockout there really helps them along, and you can see Trainer just hanging out, ready to see which body he's going to catch next.
Yeah, it looks like Trainer taking this blue buff right here, so I have to assume that the other buff was handed over to the Mewtwo Y. And
oh,
no,
look at this.
Mewtwo Y heading up to the top. It looks like it was stolen by Leafeon.
Over-pressurization here by both teams. 4v4 over the Swablu and Altaria. The pressure's on. Torchic gets a knockout on the Sableye. Dispenza goes down, and they're looking for more. No, they're content with one peel back, as now poor Overlord, despite having a couple knockouts, is still trying to reach level 5.
Yeah, they really want to evolve here, looking for it right now, and they do in the face of Revelation. Sableye is back, but it could be going down just as fast. Nice big knockoff combo, trying to get a KO, and they don't, and Overlord somehow makes it out.
Come on, the Duck and the Mewtwo working in tandem, the Psychic types read into the future and said, not Overlord going down today.
Ooh, Overlord in some trouble right here. Leafeon moving up. He could look for a KO, but not able to dive deep enough to take Overlord down.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of see dragging the Bunnelby onto the pad where they're a little bit more safe. Good fear on that boosted auto there by Dispenza, but now they're in the deep waters here, quite literally with that Otter Surf.
I mean, Dispenza just sending a lot of experience over to the side of Luminosity Gaming, but if any Pokemon is going to go down, you want it to either be your defender or supporter with EXP. Share the lowest EXP Pokemon on your team, and you can see how much pressure they are putting on with Sableye. They are not afraid to brawl over and over again, and if you catch them with that massive boosted into knockoff combo in a big fight, you might not even be able to move before your Pokemon is KO'd.
Quick fun fact, last game was the most lopsided victory in Grand Finals history here in the Pokemon Unite Championship Series. Now, we'll see if Revelation can right the ship here with the team they've put together. Good pressure by Dispenza trying to fear away Luminosity so they can't step off pad and keep them from getting all the experience they want.
Pushing forward right here, we can see Slash trying to stop them, but nice play here from Revelation, you know, taking the opportunity. They recognize that they lost in the top path a bit, but look at them now, 83, 71, and they're going for this Regice.
While the Regice is going on, look at Trainer putting pressure on Lunier, that double-blade. They have not let Aegislash evolve. They keep putting the pressure on, and that's clearly part of the strategy. Look at the commitment they have to making sure that this sword is kept down to a low enough level that they can contend with it. And now Lunier in a lot of trouble because, like I said, the priority from LG is there. We've got a Trick Room Mimikyu here, slashing up Pikadiff, pinned against the wall with the Snorlax block as the rest of the team is scoring in the face of Oblivion.
You can see Overlord in the top path putting points into this tier 2 goal zone. Slash as well. 142, 118 for the first time in forever. Luminosity Gaming actually behind in a match. They are going for this Regieleki. While they are behind on points, they're looking amazing level-wise. That's a level 10 Mimikyu and Blaziken.
Leafeon keeping pace, though, which is something Revelation definitely needs. They at least need one character that's going to be able to step up. Leafeon particularly good at that.
Dispenza now hitting the Confuse Ray on Overlord, sending him over to the Mimikyu to do a little damage right here, as Revelation is going to need to try to defend against 5 members of LG.
The block isolation attempt was fruitless, but the Mimikyu Unite rings true, as now all of a sudden Trainer's in a lot of trouble. Oblivion gets the knockout, Regieleki's on the doorstep, and they're putting the pressure on. Mew's on the chase, they want the Otter knockout, and they're coming through here. No, the Psychic pins them back, and now the Mega Mewtwo puts the pressure on and creates the space they need. Right back into the action is Lunier. Curios tries to get out, but they can't. Oblivion getting another one.
Big time boosted attack there from the Mew, right? I mean, it does so much damage, even more damage the further away you are on Mew, and you charge it up just by using your moves and hitting your opponents. Really difficult to deal with, and you saw how much coordination Revelation had in that push in the top path. They are in this game. It is
100%.
Very close. 142, 118. We have a Reggie spawning here in the bottom path in 5 seconds, and it actually looks like Luminosity is going to leave it and instead score in the tier 2 goal zone.
Yeah, they're going through the scoring route. Look at that. They're leaving everything up to Slashcan downstairs. And how is Revelation going to adjust? Oblivion does land on pad, puts pressure on with the Solar Beam. The Surf is there to create space. Trainer going straight into the back line. The cover there by Celestial using the Emerald 2-step is enough to get a knockout and bully all of LG out of there.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Revelation now securing the Reggie Rocket. It is unbelievable that this is the same Revelation from just a game ago where they were getting absolutely demolished by LG. Not only are they in this thing, they are winning it here in Game 4.
Yeah, I mean, and now that experience lead that LG had is gone, and a Revelation is turning the tides back in their favor with another KO streak of 2. I mean, Celestial and this Leafeon is something to be feared, because right now they're taking over the game. Ice Fang reposition, easy knockout on Curios. Slashcan sitting on pad, but the push is coming. Revelation looking for that action. They're trying to make this a difference maker. Overheat is there, gets a couple down, and now all of a sudden LG's swinging the pendulum back the other way.
Yeah, LG pushing them back from this goal zone. Obviously, Revelation took a good fight right there, but they overcommitted. LG able to pick up a few KOs, take this Regieleki. This is going to open some really good scoring opportunities for them to either put them at parity or actually above Revelation. Revelation is going to need to split their attention between this tier 1 goal zone and the tier 2 goal zone that Regieleki is pushing towards. We should see LG swing this forward unless Revelation can defend.
Oh, Pikadiv out of the bushes, Earthquakes onto the pad, looks for an Ice Fang reposition, can't quite get Otter, but there goes Trainer immediately. Back to back there for Oblivion with this Mew here, and all of LG again sent scrambling by great counter pressure by Rev.
Wow, I mean, Revelation able to stop that. They had the Aegislash having to babysit the Regieleki in the top path. It didn't matter. Beautiful defense from them. 1 minute until Rayquaza. Again, they are winning this match right now. Up above LG for the first time in this series. Nice play here from Dispenza, but you could see the teleport there from Mewtwo able to stop that from going in. Incredibly close match. You have to wonder how LG wants to play this. Knowing that there is a bottom Reggie that will give Revelation a huge buff, they also have to recognize that being behind on the scoreboard is a terrible position for them for Ray, and this could turn into the Rayquaza fight.
Slashcan immediately goes down. You can't make this Rayquaza fight now if you're LG. You got to get out of there. Quality knockout, though, back the other way. Leafeon will be back in time.
Yeah, Leafeon will be back in time, but Regirock going down here to Luminosity Gaming, really turning this moment around. Big play for them. Those defenses are going to help them immensely, especially for Otter, right? If Psyduck wasn't already difficult to deal with, now they have to deal with it with a massive special defense and defense buff. 2 minutes on the clock, could be the last Rayquaza of our tournament. LG behind. Revelation in the commanding position right here. They don't need to be the ones to make the big play. Just trying to get some information, find out exactly where members of LG are, hitting the Confuse Ray on Trainer, and we now get to see however LG wants to play this fight.
Okay, look at that. Slash sussing out where Pikadiv is, goes for the heavy slam, creates separation. Pikadiv going for an engage. We've got the backdoor Emerald 2-step chase. Celestial gets eaten up by the Mimikyu Unite. We're going for it now. Mewtwo Unite comes out as well. Pikadiv springs over the top here, but the pressure continues. Coup de grace does not get a knockout, but Trainer does go down. Let's see how these exchanges continue. Dispenza in the back line. They're trying to make a difference. 2 players down now for Revelation. Luminosity Gaming's on the chase, and Lunier goes down as well. It's just Pikadiv with almost everybody on LG. LG pivoting to the middle. They have the best secure tool on the field right now in the fact that Overlord still has overheat. Pika Diff looking for an opportunity to get in. Rayquaza is getting shrunk down real low. It's on the back of Overlord, the best player in the game. The overheat is there. The overheat secures. Luminosity Gaming is going to go scramble to score. They've got a ton of shields. You talk about your book of revelations. Well, the book of Luminosity Gaming says, we just whooped your...
I think they cut you off, Doomstacks. 142, 398 with 35 seconds left. It doesn't look like there is anything Revelation can do. The prophecy from Luminosity, a 3-1 victory as LG wins LAIC. LG wins EUIC. LG wins NAIC. They have assembled the Infinity Gauntlet of trophies here as they take their pose in the center of Thea Sky Ruins. One of the best to ever do it, Luminosity Gaming!
Luminosity Gaming, you said maybe the best to ever do it, one of the best to ever do it. I think it's really safe to say the best to ever do it with an exclamation point. They have won every single IC in a single season. The first time it's been done across every Pokemon title that competes at the Pokemon World Championships. Luminosity Gaming, not only the Titans of Unite, they are in the history books for Pokemon competitive scene.
Yeah, this is truly one of the special teams in this game. They are legendary players. Seeing small shakeups throughout the years, but staying on top as some of the greatest to ever do it. An amazing run there by Revelation.
Yeah.
I think they took LG to one of the most difficult grand finals we've actually ever seen them have. I mean, LG won Worlds 3-0. Right. So that was really impressive. That was an incredibly close game number 4. Amazing game 2 for Revelation. And what a Cinderella story for them. Walking into this event, the final stretch, without the invite to Worlds. And I do think they're a team that is very much deserving of that after we've seen them play here in the grand finals. But it can't be overstated. Luminosity Gaming is a unique force in Pokemon Unite. They are the best team to ever play the game.
Revelation, you mentioned their run, miraculous. I want everybody to not lean on that third game as an indictment of the quality of this Revelation team. Yes, that was a lopsided victory for LG in that moment, but you cannot understate the performance that they put on not only this weekend, but in that game 2, and the bounce back from that big loss in game 3 to being in charge going into Rayquaza in game 4. Unfortunately, across from them was LG, and they don't miss those opportunities too often. They gave them one, they took it, and took the victory along with it.
I mean, what a team of superstar players, too. Like, every single one of them, one of the best in their role. Not only that, though, the way they play together, the way they gel as a squad is just incredible. As we are taking a look at Kello and Kyrgios up on the main stage, about to give an interview for this squad. I mean, what an amazing team. What a run. I don't know if it will ever be matched.
You know what? You're right. I don't think it'll ever be repeated again. This is a very special team here. Let's go down to our interview on stage. Kello and Kyrgios, take it away.
Here we are, folks, your winners of the North America International Championship, Luminosity Gaming. Let's hear it once again. Now we have Kyrgios here for an interview. I mean, coming off that set, it ended up being a 3-1 victory. Otter ended up making a prediction that, well, hey, they're the prophet. It came true. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels super good. I think we're really ready for them, but they actually put a pretty good, strong performance. I was pleasantly surprised by, a little bit of closer of a grand final. Even the last game was a little close in the fight as well. So yeah, I was just super excited to be able to play them.
Super excited. It was a super exciting set to watch. But this season, Luminosity Gaming, EUIC, LAIC, NAIC. How does it feel to have made Pokemon history by winning all 3 ICs this season?
Yeah, it feels amazing to kind of leave a legacy that I think no other team will be able to replicate. And yeah, there's only one thing left. We all know what it is.
Well, I wonder if you can guess what that one thing is. Anaheim, California, Worlds 2025. Are you excited? I mean, obviously you'd be excited, right? But how are you feeling heading into Worlds after today's performance?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Worlds. Obviously, Worlds will have a lot more teams from different regions, so it'll be definitely a different game than NAIC, but super big win here, morale booster for sure. And yeah, I think coming off this win, we'll definitely be really hyped to keep on preparing for Worlds, and definitely look forward to getting our revenge against the East as well from ACL.
Do you have a biggest contender that you are preparing for Worlds?
I definitely want to run back against Alter Ego, I won't lie. I want to be able to play them again, get revenge. And yeah, I also want to play Zeta Division from Japan as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Kyrios. Now, final question, are there any thank yous, final shout outs that you'd like to give to the folks in the crowd or at home watching?
Yeah, thank you so much to everybody, all the fans, really appreciate everybody. Also, my parents are in Korea right now. I think they're watching as well. So yeah, thank you guys, Mom and Dad.
Always got to thank Mum and Dad there, but once again, give it for Kyrios and Luminosity Gaming, your North America International Champions! Woo! All right, oh, we got to send it back to the booth. Let's go! There we go.
Thank you very much,
Where's that
Kello.
camera? Where's that camera?
It's over there. It's over there somewhere. Absolutely.
I found it. Sorry.
What an amazing grand finals. What a run from Luminosity. This has just been a little slice of heaven casting alongside you, my friend. Happy Father's Day to you,
Happy Father's Day to you,
I
too.
mean, what a time to be alive. What a time to be here at NAIC.
It feels amazing. I mean, we just watched history be made. Again, I can't state enough. This isn't just a Pokemon Unite thing. This is a competitive Pokemon thing. So the legacy they're leaving is not a mark on this game, but a mark across all of the titles now, and giving every competitor of every game something to strive for, to be put on top of that pedestal with them as well. And thank you for the Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you. And of course, Happy Father's Day to all the Poke Dads out there.
Yeah, I mean, what a series. This has been amazing. If this is your first time watching Unite, this is a great time to get into the game. We just had Alcremie release in the game, Galarian Rapidash, Darkrai. We have Latios and Latias coming for Anniversary, which is going to be amazing. So if you haven't checked it out, I would recommend you hop into it right now. And a huge shout out to the Unite community. They show up for this game at every single IC, and it is unbelievable here. So shout out to you all.
Yeah, the support, the constant cheers, just always showing up and making this something special, and the feeling for the players something special while they're on stage. Luminosity Gaming, of course, the champion, but why don't you walk us through how we got there?
I mean, take a look at this here. Luminosity Gaming coming in, taking down Worlds qualified team Stamina 2-0, taking down Peru Unite 3-0. This was the team they had to beat in the grand finals at EUIC, dispatched them easily in those semifinals. Then running into Revelation, only dropping one game throughout this entire tournament. It was to them as predicted by Otter. And then if you take a look at Revelation down there, I mean, what an upset team going on a legendary run, stopping Daybreak from getting their spot to Worlds, and then running into the Orange Juicers, looked at as one of the best teams in North America, right there with Luminosity. I think a lot of people would have thought you would see them square off in the grand finals. Revelation made sure that did not happen, taking them down 3-0, which is probably their most impressive thing they've done in this tournament. Also beating the Nouns regional champion from EU 2-0 in the group stage. What a run for this squad.
Yeah, we've said it before, we'll say it again. NA uniquely competes against itself very, very strongly. So the 5th qualified team out of NA is the only team to take a game off of LG in the finals, and I don't think that's a mistake. NA is a very collectively strong region right now.
You gotta love when a team wins with a commanding enough victory that they can make it to the center of the map, you know, throw their recall animation, see those poses out there. And I really do think, I mean, Luminosity has left a legacy on Pokemon. I don't know if anyone will be able to do it. Pokemon just getting bigger and bigger and bigger every event, every year. Every time you look at it, more and more players are signing up, and somehow they were able to clear all of those fields, win every international competition of the year. Amazing. Incredibly well done. Luminosity Gaming, obviously you have to think, is the #1 team in the world right now going into the World Championships. The good thing for all the other teams out there that have qualified, man, there's a lot of footage on LG because they keep playing on stage. So you've got a lot of homework to do, and I recommend showing up having done that homework, because that test you're about to take at Worlds is going to be a tough one because LG is running that class. Yeah, I think anyone that runs into Luminosity, you're right, is going to have a lot of information about them. But one thing that was always impressive about this squad and continues to impress me, they show up with a different look at every tournament. They're not afraid to bring Charizard out when no other team will play it, right? And they also seem to be on the cutting edge of every meta. As soon as they notice something is good, they're not afraid to hop right into it. I don't know how much Armarouge they were playing before this weekend, but they pivoted into this perfectly. They noticed this thing was playing well, and they are playing it. They're a team that can just instantly pick up a Pokemon and start winning with it. The most skilled players in the game, for sure. Yeah, you definitely have to not leave any Pokemon by the wayside. If this weekend taught us anything, Armarouge, Azumarill, like if you didn't have that on your radar, you better pick it up and start figuring it out, because there's clearly something there. You know, OC specifically, we always say OC does OC things. This is the first tournament where OC was doing OC things, and you're like, oh, they're on to something. Yes. Like they've hit another gear. They're beginning to transcend, and they keep improving on their international performances all year long, and they're looking to make a splash at Worlds, and I'm looking forward to it too. They're showing that they're willing to adapt and grow and adjust just like Luminosity does. So if you are sitting there with your hands in your pockets and your feet not moving, you're going to be left behind. Yeah, I mean, it's such an impressive field out there. Like you said, OC really showing up. As we head towards Worlds, we're going to have representatives from all of our regions. We have Japan, we have Korea, we have players from OC, India will be there, players from mainland China will be there competing. Pokemon Unite is without question an international game, and the competition at Worlds is going to be fierce. I don't know if anything can compete with LG right now, but you're right, everyone is going to be doing their homework for the next 2 months getting ready for them. You have to, right? You can't just rest on your laurels. You know, Revelation can't just be happy getting this last chance qualifier spot at Worlds. They have to see how close they just came against one of the best teams in the world and use that as motivation to keep evolving themselves, keep pushing the limits. And maybe it is Duraludon, maybe it's not, but at least they're willing to go there and try and figure that out. And that's something that every single one of these teams, as we mentioned, is going to have to do. Because Luminosity is clearly proving that they are not letting up on the gas pedal, and they don't want any team to catch up to them. Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like your team has to have an identity, right? You'll see a lot of the great teams, they have an identity. They are the kind of team that will play a Charizard, the kind of team that will go up in the grand finals against LG and play a Duraludon, because they have a strategy that they believe in, and they are looking to make it happen. You have to have an identity as a squad, and all of our regions do feel like they have very unique teams with very unique identities they're going to be heading to Worlds in Anaheim, home of the world's largest marble. You mentioned all the different identities and strategies that develop interregionally, right? You know, how India plays is different than how OC plays, NA, obviously LATAM. You know, there's all these adjustments that need to be made, but again, you cannot just take your identity and not be willing to change it based on the information you are given. But let's stop us rambling here. We've filled enough. Please go to the stage, give these kids these trophies. They earned it.
All right, thank you everyone. What an incredible championship Sunday so far. It truly never disappoints. We're only through one of our 4 games grand finals. There's a whole lot more to come. But before all that, we got some trophies to give out.
That's right. It's time to crown our champion and runner-up here for Pokemon Unite at the final stretch. So let's start with our runners-up. That's going to be Revelation, starting with their first player, Oblivion. Coming up next, Pikadiff. And of course, Celeste. And coming up next, Dispenza. Last but not least, Lunier. Let's give a hand for your finalists, Revelation.
And now, a big round of applause for your North America International Champions, Luminosity Gaming. Starting with Kyrios. And Slash. And Trainer. Otter. And Overlord. Your champions, LG.
Let's give one last electric round of applause for your top two teams here at the Pokemon North America International Championship 2025. Trainers, raise those trophies.
We can't thank all of you enough for the overwhelming and love support that you have showed Pokemon Unite this weekend. The moments like these are special because of all of you in the community.
And of course, share your favorite moments with hashtag Pokemon NAIC. If you want to catch any of the broadcasts, go to Pokemon.com/broadcasts. And of course, if you want to relive any of these history-making moments, you can always see the VODs on Twitch and YouTube.
With our Pokemon Unite International Champions crowned, the excitement doesn't stop here. Next up, we got Pokemon Go with the Winners Finals, Losers Finals, and the Grand Finals.
So a huge thank you from all of us here with Pokemon Unite, but let's send it over to Jim and Martine as they take it away for Championship Sunday for Pokemon Go.